Yeah, hi, my name is Michael Walters, and I'm a prop and costume builder by somewhat of a trade. I drove a truck for 20 years, and then after retiring for that, I started my prop and costume company at my studio here in Muncie. Well, no, these are actually props that I've made at my studio. Like, if you notice, in the one case, there's a robot arm. I made that. I made the Darth Vader reveal helmet, like the copy out of Return of the Jedi when Luke takes the helmet off Darth Vader, and it's got all that electronic gizmo in there. I made all that from scratch. The whole Darth Vader costume is handmade, from the helmet to the boots. All of it's handmade and hand sewn, put together. And I've made all of the other things like that for the past about 20 years. So each little item has its own little story, where it came from, how I got it, those kind of things. Yeah, actually the exhibit with everything you see here and all the cases, it actually has a story to it, because I drove a truck for 20 years, and out on the road I'd get a chance to stop at maybe like garage sale, yard sale, store that goes out of business, and pick up items from all around the country over 20 plus years. And also a big contributor was my girlfriend Deb Spurlock, and she's been a good asset to me and a great help in helping me find a lot of this stuff. And so each little item has its own little story, where it came from, how I got it, those kind of things. And then of course the costumes being handmade and put together for exhibits and parades. I've done birthdays, all kinds of other stuff. The biggest one would probably be the Star Wars exhibit in 2006 at the COSI, which is Columbus, Ohio Science Institute in Columbus, Ohio. That ran for about 3 months, and that was actual props and costumes from the movies, Lucas Studios. Well, I got to be there the last weekend. The lady that runs that had heard about me through the grapevine, and their Darth Vader didn't show up for the last weekend. Well, she called me, and I was the Darth Vader for the last weekend for that. And there was like 3,000 plus people there just that one day. 1,000 people actually physically touched me and pulled on the cape, and Darth Vader was here for photos, you know. Yeah. So that was an ultimate experience for me.
I'm from California, and I've been to Comic-Con quite a few times, which is why I say what I say. You do a real Star Wars event here, and people will come. I do like how they set it up, but this, how I'm looking at this is, this could only be the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. If you continue to advance.
I think it definitely exceeded my expectations. That it was an excellent program, the audience was engaged, they were asking questions, wanted their photos taken with Darth Vader and the other characters, and I heard a lot of positive comments about the program afterwards, which is always what we want to hear when we do a program.
I compare the character Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker, that he suffered a lot of loss in his life, a lot of pain, of which I've suffered, and that's my connection with the character of Darth Vader. He suffers great loss and pain of what he goes through, but yet in the end finds redemption. And that's where I picked up this Darth Vader thing of following it, and actually I feel I could somehow connect with that character personally, you know, on an emotional level and stuff like that, so that's where that came from.